The answer to this question is no for many reasons. They can eventually get to that point, but they have to go through talk therapy like I did. I didn't know what love was. I didn't hear it as a child. My mother may have told me, if I remember. I don't remember, but I know for sure my dad didn't. He wasn't the type to say, I love you. He wasn't the type to hug. My father started hugging me when he had gotten sick, and my sister and I would make him, we would hug, but I didn't come from a hugging family. And so my father rescued my sister and I before we went to foster care back in 1979, 1980. And we went to court to see who was going to get custody of my sister and I. And so my mother never showed up. And so she was deemed unfit, but I don't think my mother was ever unfit. That's what the court system said. But my dad got custody. And so I didn't care about love prior to that when my parents started when the divorce proceedings started. At 11, I lost the ability to care. I lost the ability to talk about love. When my exes would, say, Leon, do you love me? I would say it. It would roll off my lips, but I didn't feel anything, and I didn't understand it until I went into therapy at age 46. She asked me, said, do you know what love is? I didn't as a grown man. I thought that love was providing, buying groceries, paying the utility bills, paying the car notes, paying the cell phones like I did for my ex-wife and my children and some of my ex-girlfriends. But I know as part of my personality disorder, it was like providing because I wanted something back. My therapist told me, Leon, you want women to depend on you, but when they do, you get upset. And so it was kind of weird to me. And she was right. I didn't think about that. I was just going through the motions, through relationships, through my marriage. And so, no, the love, they don't know until they go into therapy and it's explained to them and they'll go, oh, so when women ask me, Leon, do you love me? I would like shake and sweat and want to avoid and get away. I don't want to answer that question because I could say, yeah. Then the next question was, why don't you show it? Because I didn't know how to show it aside from buying things, planning the weekend, having sex, touching, all of that stuff. But that was my seductive trait that would make me feel good to provide for her. And so that's all I knew. And so don't think that they love you. They can't possibly love you because they don't know how to do it. And then when it's explained to them, they may get it, they may not get it. But also my therapist told me to find something that I really liked about my exes and try to love that, like maybe her forehead, her ears, her lips, something outside of sex. Because if I love something about her sexually, that's all I was going to be into with her. And so her personality was great, but I didn't pay attention to that. The way she smiled, the way she talked, the way she paid attention to me, the way she paid into me. So I looked at the things that I wanted from her as love, but I couldn't give that back to her. All I can give back to her was lust. So this is a great question. Thank you for asking that.